Welcome back to Orlando, Florida. Puckett, Scott, and Sundance in the booth. We're watching the losers bracket finals between Classic and Final Boss. It's a best of 11, and we're now going into game number 7. Classic up 4-2 right now. And here we go, guys. Cannot wait for this one. It's the fastest game type on the circuit. Amplified Team Slayer. Scott, what are we going to be looking out for this game?
We're looking out for the duo of Victory X and Fear itself. If they can keep up their slaying power that they've been doing all tournament, they're going to win this game.
And Sundance, what are you looking out for from Classic?
I'm looking for Classic to bounce back and for them to be overpowering again. I think Ghost right now needs to be in the driver's seat and really guide his team through his play, not through his guidance, but actually by putting up big numbers.
All right, we'll see if Ghost can do what he did on Construct here on Amplified. But right now, we are watching Victory X, the player who went most positive in game number 7. And guys, let's listen in with Final Boss. It seems like they have a little bit of momentum going in their favor after that last game, and Victory's shot, it sure as hell is on.
Run red couch, red couch!
Soldier, one hit, blue one. One hit, blue one, soldier.
Take one.
Take one shot, find two stairs, I hold.
And two inbound center, two inbound center.
Under your base, blue one, one hit. Funky two.
Nice. Catch back over here, Tom. Couch. We got two. Tom, where is he?
Oh, he's
Spawn here.
I know.
Big one, cheers.
Soldier's weak, level 2. Two more level 2. Last two, red 2. Red one.
6 week on pink.
Run red.
Pick one shot. Good shot, blue pink. Blue two's one. Front of blue.
Good shot, blue pink.
Nice one, go two.
Good shot, blue pink. Dead. One hit. It's two of them.
Good shot, blue pink. There also. Two go two. 2 weak. Zox 6, 1 8, go 2. Wait up.
Good shot. One shot, blue fence.
One shot, go 2. Goes.
Bottom mid, pink one on me, Tom. Tom, turn around.
Miami still go 2 1
Pink
8.
one on me. I got one. One shot. Good. Blue two also. Last guy's behind me. Blue two. Stay alive.
I'm coming.
Bottom mid.
One shot. One and pick one.
No, bottom middle weak.
Blue pink, 2 of them weak. His last guy's there. He's there.
Red team's one on me.
Red car right now goes in the box.
Pick one red. Red one weak. One shot. Jake's weak, red one. Good shot. One shot red car, Jake. Push up. I got Jake.
Red 2. This is long red 2.
Red 2.
Skylar pink. Blue pink.
Help out.
Go two.
Red pink tower. I have help here.
I'm shooting go 2.
Blue pink weak.
I missed goal 2.
Blue pink weak, Tiz.
Gold 1 weak.
Is he weak? Where's he going?
Right. Two.
Nice play.
No one went in the base. Good job. Gold 1.
Take one in blue couch. Nice.
Pink. I only one shot with gold sign.
Blue gold sign. Blue gold sign. 1 hit.
Blue pink.
Go.
Level 2 hitting me.
Somebody shoot that blue 2 guy up top.
Blue one weak, Jake. Level 2 comes gold. Weak. Nice.
Ayami's front of the base. 1 hit. Ayami's pink 1 hit.
One shot with pink tower.
Pink 1 hit.
Gold 1. Inside gold 1.
Jake, one shot, one bottom middle. One
shot
blue couch.
One
shot blue couch.
Nice.
Gold 1 was one hit, Jake. He's there gold 2.
Front of blue.
Blue couch, I have help. Couch, top middle.
Small blue 2.
Bottom mid, weak.
Pink 1 to Zoxic. Go 2 1 hit.
One shot.
One shot bottom mid.
Above you, Tom, on your fence.
One shot bottom mid.
Nice.
One shot bottom mid, Tiz.
Gold 2 wins.
Go 2 full shields. Go 2 full shields. Find the weak one. Bottom middle. 2 guys gold 2. The weak.
One gold.
3 guys
Ayami's
gold.
one hit. Go 2.
Red. One shot.
Where? Your tower, one shot.
Above you, man.
Your tower weak. Weak. No, he's one shot now. He's one shot red 1 now.
Blue gold flank starts in weak. Blue gold flank. You guys gotta get an angle.
I got nade on. Coming up pink 3 maybe.
They're pink tower.
You got blue pink 1.
And we are back from the Astro. Listen in. Final Boss started off strong, and guys, they haven't let off the gas yet. 34-26 at this point. What have we seen?
Well, the difference between this and that Pit TS game is that when they opened up strong, but they maintained that. That Pit TS game, as soon as Classic got a team kill on them, it seemed like they fell apart and they started to run around, not use their team shot. Right now, they're working together, they're communicating really well, and they're feeding off of each other, which is key. This game type, there's nowhere to hide. You can't overextend and expect to get anything done. You got to work with your teammates.
And Scott, what I've seen out of Final Boss is they've been keeping people high, whether it's second level or third level. They haven't been running around on the floor nearly as much as Classic has, but Classic is narrowing that gap. It's only a 6-kill game now.
Yeah, but you see, the difference is that if you have elevation, so if you have top control, you're going to be able to put more shots around the entire map. Whereas if you stay low, you can only see a certain amount of area. So the higher you are, the better team shot your team will have.
And it seems to be paying off. 41-34. Ogre 2 on top of all players with 14 kills. Victory right behind him with 12. And really, it's been Ogre 2 and Victory who have stepped it up in the last 2 games, Sonny.
I love seeing this out of Ogre 2, Puckett. This is exactly what we expect from him. This guy, one of the most famous players in the history of the league, and for him to be leading the charge, couldn't be more happy for him, couldn't be more excited for his team, because that means that the sky is literally the limit for this team, because when they click, they're going to be dominant.
Ogre 2, a 2-time league MVP and best overall player of the year back in the H2 days, doing work now in Halo 3. But right now we're watching Victory X. It's 44-40. Final boss still not easing off the gas here. And they just continue to rack up kills, but they're trading with Classic, and I'll take that because they're just 5 kills away, guys.
Yeah, but look, Classic's still close. Only a 3-kill spread right here. They will not say, well, now 4-kill spread. This is just too quick to call.
3 guys for final boss, all on the pink side of the map. You see Victor X sitting back, blue watching their back, and now he gets the gold 2 call out. They're 2 kills away, 1 kill away, and Tots is putting fires on players at gold, and Fear itself is flanking him from behind. There's Ghost Yami. He's dead meat. That's game over. So checking out the stats here, Fear itself comes in with +5, dropping 15 kills, only 10 deaths. But the real story of this game, Ogre 2 and Victor X, both with 14 kills, 13 assists for Ogre 2, 11 assists for Victor X, and Victor X only had 7 deaths. That's a +7 in that game, Sonny.
I like your math skills there, Puckett. Yeah, final boss definitely, they showed us something right there. They didn't let off the gas. They didn't, when the game got close, they stayed aggressive. Their team shot was terrific. And now it's a 4-3 series. They're right back in this, Puckett.
All right, so it's 4-3. We're gearing up for game number 8. And let's take a look at the map, guys. It's Construct King of the Hill. Here it is, Construct King of the Hill. First team to capture 250 seconds of hill time will win, or the team with the most time at the end of 15 minutes. There's the sniper that comes up every 2 minutes, 30 seconds down low, and the rockets that come up every 3 minutes up top. But Scott, the thing we'll be looking for both teams to try and control is the overshield at the very bottom.
And I expect Final Boss to be on top of it. They're always in control of the power weapons on this map. And this is one of their better game types, in my opinion, just because when they have control, it's very hard for the other team to break it.
And if you remember, just last match, we saw Classic take on Instinct in this game type. And Instinct, they got off to a huge lead. But in the second half of the game, Ghost Yami really turned on his game and brought his team back within 20 seconds at one point, Sonny.
Yeah, this is a game type you can't sleep. I mean, a lot of people, you know, the bottom hill, it can be a backbreaker for people if you overextend, but you can't ignore it. The other thing about it is, like, you know, we've seen teams get themselves back into games by just trading time up top and getting enough time down low, you know, to win a series or to win a game. So right now what Classic needs to do is they need to play the way they played that last series, the second half of the game. They need somebody to be leading the charge, you know, be that Slayer, be that guy who's providing cover fire while they rack up time. Because as Scott said, Final Boss still has that setup team mentality, even though they're playing a little bit more aggressively this event.
And I have to say, I am totally impressed with Classic in the start of this game. It's the exact opposite of what we saw against Instinct. They got up top. They got all the power weapons. Ghost Yami opened this game up with a 7-kill spree, and they have a 27-8 lead to show for it. And the best part is, Tzoxic is down low. He was actually getting hill time, and I was about to praise Classic for being able to stay alive up top, but Fear itself have a big double kill there, Scott. I need water. I can't talk.
Well, it's pretty exciting up here. But you know what? Again, the thing about it is, like, you can't get too down on yourself. This is a long game. This is a grinded out game type. You know, we're not used to seeing a team get out ahead as far as we saw Instinct get out ahead against Classic last time. Typically, you'll see 20 to 30 second chunks of time being traded back and forth. So what you need to do is you really need to temper yourself. You need to plan out your hills. Where are you going to make your push in relation to power weapons and to power-ups? When are you going to extend yourself? We've seen teams give up time while they're waiting for rockets or overshield. So the beginning of these games is really a little bit of a chess match in terms of what a team is willing to do in order to get themselves set up towards the end of the game when there's less and less time to be had.
And we're jumping on board with Soldier 187. He had the overshield down low, picked it up right at, looked like 12:58, so that'll be the next one coming up at 10:58. And then he was able to come up the close lift, picked up 2 kills in lobby, and now we have Classic with complete top control. You see Tizoxic sitting in that hill. Ghost is watching back, open gold side, and we just had Chig taken out on close street. Final boss now coming up the lifts. They just came up open, and all of lobby was open for them to come up. Scott, what is Classic doing?
Well, one of Classic's members died, but then Soldier 187 got the call out from Ghost saying there was a guy in Sword, so he wanted to go to underneath Rockets so that way Ghost could help him out. But instead, he got shot from close street and was taken out by whoever it was in Sword.
All right, well, we have Tizoxic picking up a double kill. He is going to save the day for the team there. That big double kill is going to scare all Final Boss back to the bottom, and now you see them with a great setup. You have Soldier actually watching the closed purple, and the open purple is watched as well. So Victory X, Fear itself coming out of Sword. Soldier doing damage to both players. Meanwhile, that bought Chig enough time to grab these rockets. He has no shield, and he's going up against Fear. And he jumps off the purple, somehow staying alive, and the rockets are going to go up close. Is there anyone to catch him?
No,
it looks like no one is over there. So the first player to get the closed purple is going to have a treat for him. But it looks like all 8 players right now fighting for that hill. And it looks like Fear itself finally making that move. Let's switch over to Fear and see what he does with these rockets. He's going to pick up the kill on Soldier 187. The score 81 and growing to 19. Final boss really not taking advantage of the hill time here.
Yeah, they've got, again, the thing you don't want to do is let that other team get too far out ahead because, there's only so many hills to grab time in. I mean, we still have 11 minutes or so left in this game, so there's plenty of time. But before you know it, they're going to be scrapping for time. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where there just aren't enough hills left for you to regain the lead.
And we have to give props to Soldier 187. He was right back down there to time that overshield. He's got to look out for the rockets, though. Fear itself is hunting them, and a great use of that rocket takes down all of Soldier 187's overshield, then picked up the assassination for the killing spree, and he's not done shooting. There's Ghost, and there's another kill. He's on a 6-kill spree. Final boss starting to heat up, and so is Victory X. He just got a double kill down low, and now he's in the hill.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say, Puckett. And while all this is going on, they're getting time. They're starting to claw away at that lead. That's exactly what they need to do.
So Fear firing down on Soldier. Victory is going to clean that one up, and here's that duo you were talking about, Scott. Even though Fear's up top and Victory's down low, they're still working together.
They still work. That actually works out better because then Victory X can tell him if he airs up the purples, and then Fear itself always has his help down low. So it's actually better to do that.
And we just switched over to Tizoxic. He has a difficult name. And he's coming up the main ramp, and Tots is just staring at him in the hill. Tizoxic having to back down. Final boss. I love how scrappy they are right now. And you'll notice the player doing it. First it was Victory, but now it's Tots.
Yeah, again, Classic just can't get Final Boss out of the hill.